let's have some fun and do something a little bit different today and look at an accessory, if you will. Look at an add-on kit, so to speak. Recently, Dr. Wu put out a number of accessory blasters for several of the Transformers generations. I'm saying generations because they kind of cover Titans Return figures, maybe a couple from the Power of the Primes line. So I'm saying generations. Legends class figures that were released really without any form of defense. And I don't have the figures or the accessories right now in my hands. Mostly because I really don't know kind of how to showcase them here in the opening. Nevertheless, we're going to look at 4 of those add-ons today in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot, and as always, please like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, and me everywhere. And we are looking at accessories today. Accessories done by Dr. Wu. Now, there was a set of a couple of, I'm going to say blasters, for lack of a better term, for the clones, the Autobot clones, and the Decepticon clones, but that's not it. We had another set that I believe kind of covered some blasters for some other Legends figures that I don't know who they are, and then we had another couple of sets, and I'm saying couple of sets because I believe they were all sold individually, but good friend of the channel, Wayne, picked up 4 of them at once. So we're going to look at the accessories, the blasters, if you will, for Beachcomber, for the hovercraft, Seaspray, there you go, Seaspray, for Windcharger and Tailgate. So without any further ado, let's head over to the table and take a closer look at them. And so, like I said, this is going to be a little bit different because it's looking at accessories rather than a figure, so we can't really look at the measurements as we normally do. We're going to start from really the weakest to the strongest in this set, series, I'm not really sure what you call it. And the weakest is actually a set of 2 of these blasters. It is the DW P44 Charger. And it's basically a white and black version of the exact same mold. One meant to go with Power of the Primes Tailgate, the other meant to go with Power of the Primes? Windcharger? Or was it Titans Return? I think both of these guys are Power of the Primes, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, they're not the focus this time, it's the blasters, and they hold it quite well in their hands. I'm just going to kind of take one of these to show it closer. And here we have the mold in black. I'm holding onto a rectangular peg that goes into the hand of the figure. It looks fine. It's nothing fancy, but it serves the purpose. And as you can see here, whether in black or white, it looks great. It's fine. That being said, I'm only showing them in robot mode here because in vehicle mode, guess what? They don't peg in anywhere. How unfortunate, so sad that there isn't proper accessory storage. But you know who does have proper accessory storage? Our dear friend, DW P43 fishing gun. It's basically like a harpoon gun. It pegs on right here. There's a little rectangular peg that goes in to the little slot right there, and that's what holds it in position in this mode. I'm going to show that up closely, and then we'll see it in his hand and whatnot in robot mode. And here we have the harpoon gun looking thing in hand. This little peg down here is what he holds onto in robot mode in his hand, and this little rectangular peg up right here is what kind of slots into his arm in hovercraft mode for storage. I think that the sculpting is nice. It's simple, but it is really effective. And here it is in hand. As you can see, he holds it, I'd like to say he holds it fine. He almost holds it fine. But the handle is just a little bit too big, and if you aren't careful or do not bother to shave the handle down ever so slightly, you could end up with this. Can you see that nasty, nasty stress mark up on his finger? That is all thanks to this blaster. It wasn't there before. Ah yes, and our strongest of the whole set, that being this one on Beachcomber. It can go left and right, it can look back and down, it can go all over the place because it is on both a swivel and a C-clip. I absolutely dig it, it's nicely molded, and it kind of transforms, so to speak. This is the DW P42 comber. So, you know, not the most interesting of names, but you get the idea. And here we have the molding, and it looks pretty great. I like it. This is the way it is in vehicle mode. Now, I said it kind of transforms. Here's why. You need to take that C-clip off, and then up on, I guess we'll call it the sight, you put the C-clip back on, and you turn this over. This is how he will hold it in robot mode. That little piece down here is what's gonna go down into his hand. So it looks like this, and that works fine. I like that we have to do a little bit of a conversion here, but the end result looks nice. And no stress marks with this one, I'm happy to report. So at the end of the day, can I recommend P42, 43, and 44? Well, P42, the one for Beachcomber, definitely. P43, the one for Seaspray, maybe, but you're gonna definitely have to shave it down just a little bit to avoid the stress marks. And P44, the two for Tailgate and Windcharger. Yeah, I guess, but like, you need to know that they're not gonna store in vehicle mode. Unless you're more creative than I am. It's one of those, like, it's a soft recommend from me because they could have been done better. But they're also pretty cheap, and it's a way to give some form of defense to your Legends class figures that were missing it at regular retail release. It's up to you. It's up to you. But for the, you know, for the cost of investment, yeah, they're probably worth it. They're not perfect, but I don't really think they need to be. Now, to be fair, all four of those figures I think should have been released with some form of defense, and it could be argued that Seaspray's pizza box is a form of defense, I guess, but that's sort of pushing it. I like that his is sort of a harpoon gun type of thing, and I like it even more that we have some nice storage in vehicle mode. I don't think you would actually find like a harpoon gun, you know, out on the edge of the hover section on a real hovercraft, but hey, it works for a transformer. Then we have Beachcomber. His is fantastic, mostly because it's the only one that seems to actually like transform, so to speak, a little bit by taking off the C-clip and repositioning it so that the whole thing can be held in his hand in robot mode, but you can use the C-clip to attach to his like roll cage in vehicle mode. It's great. And then we come to the two disappointments. The Charger set, which is a white and a black mold of the same accessory. One intended for Tailgate and one intended for Windcharger. And they're fine in robot mode, but I have not, nor has Wayne been able, to find a place to store them in vehicle mode. What a crying shame. Yes, I think it's fantastic for your Legends class figures to have these. In fact, I've been sort of on the fence myself about getting them, but I'm thinking now I might kind of fit out all of my Legends class figures with them. Who knows? We shall see, but I certainly see the merit to having them. I just wish that all of them had a nice clean way of like having storage in both robot and vehicle mode. Oh well, I guess we live in a world that is imperfect. This was quick, this was easy, it was fun. If you've been on the fence about getting that little accessory set, don't be on the fence anymore. It's certainly worth it for the minimal cost that it is. Anyway, thanks for dropping by and giving me some of your extremely valuable time. You know how very much it is appreciated. Again, please hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit right here inside the videos.